So make your way onto your mats. Coming to a comfortable seated position. Anything that works for your body. Just as long as your spine is tall and your chest is open. Take a nice deep breath in. And just sigh out your mouth. Releasing anything you don't need. Close your eyes. Take another couple of deep breaths in through the nose. And out through your mouth. As you sigh, allowing your body to settle. Allowing your mind to settle. And bringing your awareness to your breath. Beginning to deepen and lengthen your breath now. We're going to take a Viloma waterfall breath. So take a deep breath in, completely filling your lungs, drawing that air all the way to your belly. As you release, exhale slowly with control until the lungs are empty. On the next inhale, we're going to inhale only the top third of our lungs. And pause. And exhale. Inhale the top 2/3 of the lungs. Pause. And exhale. And inhale, filling the whole of the lungs, all the way to the belly. Feel your chest expand. Pause. And exhale. And we begin again, starting with just the top third. Couple more rounds of your waterfall breath. And allow your breath to return to its natural state. Keeping your eyes closed. And just focusing on that sensation of breath. The ebb and flow. Allow yourself to be centered. Draw your whole self to right now, to the present moment. And open your eyes. Excellent. We're going to take our hands to heart center. Take an inhale, reach fingertips up to the sky. As you exhale, right hand to floor, take a side stretch over to the right. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, palms together. And then hands to heart center as you exhale. Taking right hand to left knee, left hand to the base of your spine. We're going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take a gentle twist, looking over your left shoulder. Continue to breathe. And then return your eye gaze to the front. Return hands to knees. We're going to cross our legs the other way. Bringing our hands to our heart center. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Take your side stretch. Inhale, palms together overhead. Exhale, side stretch the other way. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then left hand to right knee, right hand to the base of your spine. Inhale, draw tall. Exhale, twist, looking over your right shoulder. And then return your gaze to the front, return hands to knees. We're going to come over our knees into a wide leg child's pose. So toes together, sit your heels, your hips down towards your heels and rest your forehead on the ground. And then just walk your right fingertips up towards the top of your mat. So you're getting a gentle stretch through the right side of the body. And then return those fingertips. Walking the left fingertips up towards the top of the mat. And return those fingertips. And then drawing your body into a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And take a cat-cow here. We're going to inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat pose. Continuing in time with your own breath. I am really feeling my abdominals after another of Nicole's classes on Wednesday. This cow pose is quite intense. One more breath. And then bring the spine to neutral. We're going to tuck our toes under, lift our hips to down dog. Stretch out the back of the body. Lifting your tailbone high. You can soften in your knees if you need to. Otherwise, if your hamstrings feel good, gently press your heels down towards the ground. Deep breaths. And then start to pedal out your dog. We're bending one leg and then the other. come to stillness. Drop your knees to the mat, untuck your toes, sitting back in child's pose. And then walk the hands over to the right hand side. Place left hand on top of your right. Feel that lovely stretch up through the left side of your body. And then walk hands through center, over to the left. Right hand on top of left. And then bringing the hands back to center. We're going to draw our body weight into our hands. Step our right foot in between hands for a lunge. So hold that foot if you need. Just check that your knee is directly over your wrist. We're going to draw our arms up to the sky. As you inhale, reach those fingertips high. As you exhale, sink low in the hips. Inhale, reach the fingertips. This time, as you exhale, take cactus arms and just create a little back bend, lifting your eye gaze to the sky. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Final exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. And bring our hands down to the ground. Step back to your child's pose, hips to heels. And then swing your arms behind you, placing fingertips on your feet and allowing your shoulders and elbows to fall down towards the mat. You can stay here if you like, or lift the tailbone up towards the sky, rolling onto the crown of your head for rabbit pose. And then gently returning the hips, reaching the arms overhead, and taking our lunge with our left leg forward this time, dropping those hips nice and low. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. First of all, we just lower the hips as we exhale. Inhale, fingertips high. And exhale, cactus arms, eye gaze up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. And then bring hands to the ground. We're going to step back. This time, just 2 thunderbolts sitting on our heels. And if you like, you can come into hero pose. So we take the hips to either side, the heels even to either side of the hips, and then drop your bum down to the ground. If that's too much, if you have a block or a cushion or even a book, you can place it underneath your hips. So now that we are in our hero pose, we're going to take our side stretches again. So bringing hands to heart center. Inhale, palms to sky. Exhale, right hand to ground. Take a stretch. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, left hand to ground. Take a stretch. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then we're going to come from here into a tabletop position. And take a cat-cow. And then bring the spine to neutral. Now, keeping the spine in a neutral position without cat-cowing, we're going to lift and lower our shoulder blades. So alignment is quite important here. We want to check that we're in line. As you inhale, just lower your chest so that your shoulder blades come up and together. As you exhale, we're going to push the floor away, rounding through the back of the body. So we're not rounding this way, we're rounding this way. So continue here, working with your breath. Inhale, dropping the chest. Exhale, pushing away. We're isolating the shoulders here, so the movement is all taking place just around our shoulders. Spine is still neutral. You can carry on here, or if you'd like to take this a little bit further, tuck your toes under and come to a plank position. And then we're going to continue keeping the spine straight. We're only here for a few reps, just lifting and lowering through the shoulders. One more. And then drop your knees mat with the palm, feet together. Come into your wide leg child's pose and rest your forehead down against the ground. Feel a lovely stretch in your shoulders as you sink your chest. And you might want to rock your hips side to side. And then come to stillness. We're going to draw ourselves back up into our plank position. Bring right knee into chest and then plant it between your hands. So we're in a high lunge now. We're taking our cactus arms again. So inhale, draw arms up to the sky. As you exhale, take your cactus arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, reach. This time, palms together. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to take our left elbow to the outside of the right knee, come into a twist. Eye gaze to the back of the room. And then return to face the front, bringing your hands either side of that front foot. We've got two options now, coming into lizard lunge. You can either keep your back leg raised or drop your knee to the ground. We're taking this right hand to the inside of the front foot, and then option to stay here or to start bending into the elbows, sinking nice and low. You might want to come all the way down onto your elbows. If you've got a block, you can rest your elbows on the block, and we're holding here. And then drop that back knee, straighten up the arms. We're going to take a bend in the back leg. Take our right arm and reach round for those toes, stretching out that left foot. And then just release the back leg. Send your hips backwards. Flex the front toe and lower your chest into a hamstring stretch here. And then bring knees and feet together. Sit back into child's pose. Take a couple of recovery breaths. And we're going to throw in a little vinyasa, just because it's youthful. So inhale, body weight into hands, come to plank. As you exhale, either knees, chest, chin, or lower in plank. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. And then drop knees to the mat. Untuck your toes, return to child's pose. Stretching out the back of your body. We're going to bring our weight forward. Step our left foot between our hands. Tuck that back toe under and come to our floating lunge or our crescent lunge. And then inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach, palms together. And then hands to the mat, taking the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, twisting in towards your knee, and then eye gaze to the back of the room. And then return your torso forward, bringing your hands to either side of that front foot. Options to stay high or drop the back knee low. And bring your left hand to the inside of your front foot. So you can be here, knee down, arms straight. You can be knee up, arms straight. Or you can start to bend into the elbows and see how low your hips will allow you to go today. And then lower the back leg. Come up high on your hands. We're going to take our left hand round now to grab hold of your right foot and twist your body in towards your knee. Keep sinking into the hips. And then release that back foot. We're going to send our hips backwards, flex the front foot and lower your chest down towards your thigh. And then draw your body weight back into that front foot. We're tucking the back toe under and then stepping to a forward fold. Just allowing your head and neck to relax. Belly pulls in, weight shifts forward. then soften the knees. We're going to roll up through the spine, coming all the way up to mountain pose. As you near the top, reach arms out to the sky. Draw them up and overhead, hands together. Stretching out the body. And then gently release. And we're going to turn sideways now to come to some wide leg folds. So just step your right foot towards the back edge of your mat. Your toes start off pointing to the corners of your mat. And then we just step those heels in just a little bit. We're going to inhale, reach the arms out to the side, all the way up overhead, palms together. As you exhale, lower the hips down. Bringing hands all the way down. Staying low in the legs. Inhale, arms back overhead, palms together. Exhale, hands through heart center. One more. Really stretch out those arms, reaching them up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then bring your hands to your hips. We're going to straighten the legs up. This time, step in the toes, step out the heels, so that your feet are slightly pigeon-toed. We're going to keep a straight spine and slowly lower ourselves into a fold, just coming halfway down, so your body is parallel to the floor. And then we're going to make circles again. Inhale, arms out to the side. Overhead, palms together. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, out to the side, overhead. Exhale, heart center. And one more time, taking those big circles overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. And then just place your hands down on the floor directly under your shoulders. If this is a challenge, you can place your hands on a block or take your legs narrower or wider, whichever makes you feel more comfortable. We're going to place our right hand directly under the center of our chest and then reach the left arm up to the sky. Lengthening the spine, creating this gorgeous clock twist. And then lower the left hand. Just swap those hands so left hand is under the chest and right arm reaches to the sky. And then lower the right hand. You can stay here if this is enough on the hamstrings. Or if you'd like to come further into your fold, let the chest pull down. Walk your hands back in line with your feet. Get your elbows and shoulders in line. And you can release so that the crown of your head just touches down onto your mat. And then slowly straighten up the body, walking hands under shoulders. We're going to bring our heels in a little, take knees out to the side, and come to a goddess position. So nice low squat here, tailbone tucks under, knees are pulling back towards the baby toes, and the chest is open. 3 deep breaths. Excellent. And as we rise, we're going to straighten arms and legs. Turning your left foot parallel to the top edge of your mat. Right foot points to the back of your mat. We're coming into triangle. So reaching that right hand to the back and then dropping it down to the floor, left arm to the sky. Tucking your tailbone under, keeping your core engaged and your spine long. And eye gaze up to the top hand. And then bend into the front knee, returning to your star shape. We're going to swap those feet around. Back foot parallel to the back edge. Front toes point to the top of the mat. And then reach to the front. Left hand down, right arm up. And eye gaze up to that top hand. And then bend into the front leg. Return to your star shape. And we're going to take our hands to our hips. Lower in a fold, bringing hands down to the ground. And then just heel toe those feet slightly wider. Walking the hands over to the right hand side. We're going to bend into the right knee. Flex the left foot. And drop down here. Now you can keep your hands on the floor to keep yourself supported, or bring your hands to the mat on your heart center. And then again, two options. So if your hands are on the floor, we're going to walk our hands over to the other side. So dropping the front foot down, flexing the back foot. And if you'd like a bit more of a challenge, see if you can make this transition with your hands in the maska. And just nice and slowly, we're shifting from one leg to the other. Really getting some warmth into those hips. Okay. Once you find your left leg is bent and you're in deep this side, we're going to place our hands either side of that front foot. Just turn back into a lunge. Step feet to a plank position and then drop knees together. Untuck the toes, come into child's pose. And take a few nice deep recovery breaths here. You can either keep your arms overhead or place your hands on your feet, letting your shoulders drop down to the ground. And then slowly roll into your thunderbolt. Option to tuck your toes under, or if you need to, keep them as they were. We're bringing hands to the mat, scalp the heart center. Inhale, reach fingertips up to the sky. As you exhale, bring right fingertips down to the ground. Take a nice side stretch, pulling that top shoulder backwards. Inhale, reach fingertips together. Exhale, left hand to ground. Side stretch, deep side stretch this one. Inhale, fingertips to ceiling. And then exhale, hands come into a tabletop position. Untuck those toes. Just catch them out if you need to. We're going to take a little lateral cat-cow. So swinging the hips left to right. Start to create a figure of 8. Curving the spine left to right. And then coming to stillness. We're going to just walk the hands forward either side of the mat. Draw your right knee up into pigeon. So right knee points towards the top right corner of your mat. And then our left toes, just walk our leg back so our hips are as low to the floor as possible. We're going to take our hands, reach behind our back and interlace the fingers. And then just draw those knuckles away. So you're opening your chest, guiding yourself into a back bend here. And then gently release. Walk your hands down into sleeping pigeon, either on the elbows or bringing the head all the way down to the ground. And just relax your body here. And an option to stay here will thread your left arm under the right side of your body, bringing your left ear to the mat. And you'll notice as you do this, it increases the stretch in your right leg and your right thigh. So only do it if it's still comfortable, otherwise just remain in your sleeping pigeon. And if you'd like to take your bind, wrap your right arm around your back. Find the toes of your right foot on the left side of your body, and then just draw your right shoulder up to the sky. This is a great exercise to keep those hips level when working on mermaid or pigeon. And then release your bind. Release that left arm. We're going to walk our hands back up to our bodies. And once again, take hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and open the chest. Lifting the knuckles up and away from your back leg. And then release hands to ground. We're going to step back to our tabletop position and take our lateral cat-cow again, swinging those hips left to right. Just moving in a way that feels good for you. You can get a little bit of a cat-cow in there as well if it feels good. Just getting a bit of movement in the hips. Lovely. And then walking those hands mat width apart again, taking left knee to the top left corner of the mat, and then wriggling those toes backwards, extending the right leg long. Checking that the hips are facing forward, that we're nice and sturdy, and then interlace those fingers behind your back. If comfortable, if not, you can stay here with fingertips on the floor. And draw the knuckles away, lifting them off the back leg, opening your heart, opening your chest. And breathing, make sure you can still breathe deeply. And then gently release the hands. Come down onto your elbows. If it feels good, straighten the arms, bringing your head all the way down to the ground. Deep breaths. And then option to take your right arm, thread it under the left side of the body. Bringing your right ear to mat. And if you'd like to take your bind with your left hand, go ahead. Find those toes. And then draw the left shoulder up to the sky. And gently release the bind. Release your right arm if you were twisted. And walk your hands up towards your body. We're going to take those hands behind the back, interlace fingers, and draw those knuckles to the back of your mat. And smile. Imagine that you're, what do they call that lady who's on the front of the ship? The beautiful lady. Heading through the waves. Sun on your face. Nice deep breaths. I'm guessing most of you have visions of like waves splattering you and some storm in the distance. But that's not us, we're in the sunshine. And then gently release, bringing hands in front of you and then sweeping that back leg round. Coming to a cross-legged position. Just gently rock side to side, sit up nice and tall. Excellent. We're going to start off with our left foot crossed in front of our right foot. Take right arm up to the sky and bend into the elbow. And then take your left hand, just guide that elbow across. So your right fingertips are reaching for the middle of your back. And if you'd like to try for the bind, left hand sweeps round and under. And then we hold hands. Now if you're not quite there yet, you can grab any kind of strap or tie or sock or even a hairband and just hold on to that, and that way you can work your fingers closer and closer. And we want to lift this top elbow so we're not squashing our head, we're lifting it up and back so that our head is free to move. And then gently release, bringing hands to knees, and then taking a few little circles here. Just gentle cat-cows as you roll. And change direction. Just nice small circles. And come to stillness. We're going to cross our legs the other way. So right leg is in front. Left arm reaches up, and then we bend at the elbow. And then take that right hand, either guide the elbow across or take your bind. Pull your belly button in and lift your chest. Notice how that gives you more room to lift that elbow up and back. And fill your lungs. One more deep breath. Gently release the hands to your knees. Take your little circles. And change direction. It feels weird doing the circles with your legs crossed in the slightly less natural position. And then come to stillness. We're going to extend our legs long, making our way to Dandasana. So picking up those fleshy bits, move them out the way. So our hips go from here to here, toes pointing up to the ceiling, belly in, and then inhale, reach fingertips to the sky, and exhale, come to your forward fold. We're going to stay here for a moment, for a few moments. So take advantage of this time, lengthening on your deep inhales, softening on your controlled exhales. One more breath. And then slowly rolling your spine back to vertical. Bend your knees to the sky and just bring your bum forward a little. We're going to take our fingers, wrap our peace fingers around our big toes. We're just taking our arms to the inside of our knees. And then keeping those big toes together, slowly straighten up the legs. And once you're here, if it feels good, you can bend your elbows, drawing your legs in towards your body. We're here for one more deep breath. And then slowly open them out to a wide leg split, controlling all the way. And then bend into those knees. And just roll down onto your backs. Bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a little hug. Taking a few nice deep breaths here. Just enjoy this contact between your spine and the floor. And then we're going to cross our legs, bring our feet to ground. Take our arms up overhead and just reach those fingertips to the back of the room. Feel that lovely openness through the front of your body. That sinking, relaxing sensation in your hips. And then just cross your legs the other way. Let your breath become slow and steady. And start to wind down for your relaxation. We've got one more posture before we come to our relaxation. Just extend your legs out long. We're going to take our hands down by our sides and then lift up one bum cheek at a time. Place your hands underneath your bum in the shape of a diamond. And then lift your chest. Imagine someone's pulling your chest, but your head is heavy. Coming to fish pose. So the crown of your head skims the ground as your chest lifts to the sky. Just creating a lovely little gentle bend in the back of your body. And your toes point away to the front of the room. And then gently roll back down. Remove your hands. Bring your knees into your chest and just lift and lower the tailbone. And slowly make your way into Shavasana. Extending arms out long, legs out long. Closing your eyes. Relax your face. Relax your body. And bring your awareness to your breath. Allow your mind to focus on the sound of your breath. Focus on the sensation of your breath. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest. The spontaneous movement as a result of your breath. Without effort, as the rest of your body is heavy and relaxed. Notice the energy that comes in with your inhale. Draw that energy down to your fingertips. Reach them away and then draw your arms overhead, stretching through the body. Send that energy down to your toes. Point them away and then lift those toes up to the sky. We're going to lift the hands up to the ceiling to join them and then just point and flex your feet and your hands. Fingers and toes spread wide. And then take little circular motions with your wrists and your ankles. One way, and then the other. And then bend your knees, bring them into your chest, give yourself a squeeze. And then slowly, any way that works for you, make your way back to seated. Breathe in, filling your lungs. Feel warmth in your heart. Feel a smile on your face. And open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you, gorgeous yogis. As always, it was such a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed that class. It was something a little bit different today.
Wow, my legs are like ripped to bits.